Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's me, Busy Bee. Today we got something a little different. This is going to be take 2 of this video. Somebody had to sneeze and they hit the wrong button. I try to do just a one-shot deal if we can. This is raw footage when I try to do it. Try to do it in one take because I haven't had the time for the computer and all that. I just try to make the videos as quickly as possible. So we got a little bit of a problem with the RV. I RV full time. We live in a 40-foot fifth wheel with 3 to 4 slide outs in it. It's a very nice RV. As you can see, you got the big old fridge next here. You kind of got to adjust how nice this RV is. It's 2019, and we love it. But the thing we're having right now is keeping the RV nice and warm. It is a sub-zero RV. It is very well insulated. It's nice and toasty. It actually is a little too warm in here right now. But the furnace keeps up. But the problem we got right now is that the smaller propane tanks is not enough for a whole week. Sometimes it only lasts us less than that. It's just depending on the weather and who fills the tank, of course. So when we bought the RV, we bought a larger tank. And the thing I needed was some way to hook all this up. I found out from the previous owner, he just had the door open a little bit, hooked it directly from what he already had on the RV, and then boom, he was hooked up. I'm not about that because I know weather and stuff's going to get in there, and I wanted to make it a little bit more cleaner to where it's not as noticeable. Hey, that door's open. You're going to hear that a lot from people. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be able to tuck up through the little hole access hole they have in there and run a hose. So I got this big, long, 12-foot propane hose, okay? And as you can see, it's for a buddy heater, all right? Where you can hook the bigger tanks onto it, okay? And this is what I got. So it has a buddy connection, is what it is. It's a 12-foot one. And then, if you see on the buddy connection, you have a spot for your propane tank. And then you have one for the buddy heater. See the difference? So the problem I had was, I got home, I realized, crap, this ain't gonna work. I said, I'm screwed. I can't get this. I have to plug this into the tank, but I couldn't hook this to the RV or any other way. And what I have is I'm trying to use 3 tanks, including the big tank we have. We have a 150-pound tank on the RV. This apparatus, which is a Y, is what I call it, okay? So I was thinking I could put this on the small tank, run the big tank into here, and then have the RV on this side. You get what I'm saying? So that was my train of thought. If I wanted to, really, I could hook this up to the RV or the big tank outside, hook the RV on this side, and then hook the propane on this side. It works either way, so in theory is what I'm thinking. So this is what I have. But this, as you can see, if I go to take this and plug it in that's not going to work. It's not going to fit, as you can see, except for this, okay? Because it's the tip. Got to have the tip, right? So everybody wants just the tip. Well, we need the whole thing to go in, right? So that was our problem. So in order to resolve the issue, after I got home, I realized I needed another part. I went back to Tractor Supply, which is where I got this one. I did say Tractor Supply from the get-go, I hope. Yes, okay. So I went back to Tractor Supply, and I got a propane tank refill adapter, okay? It's the one that you use for like your smaller propane tanks, and you can take a bigger propane tank to fill the little ones up. And that's what this is, okay? All right, get a good gander. And it's by Mr. Heater. And this is what you need to use. So what you're going to do is you're going to pop this baby open. I learned we figured this out earlier over there at the old Tractor Supply. And they are not sponsoring this video by all means. I figured this out with one of the guys there. He's a very nice individual. So what you're going to do, you're going to take this here, like so. Push her down into this. I make these videos that way if Miss B ever needs me in a hurry and she doesn't know how I did this, she can always look up the video. Okay, so there you go. Now we have, what do we have, folks? A double male tipped in. Voila. Problem solved. Hopefully this doesn't leak. It shouldn't, because it has a gasket inside and it's good and snug. Now, in theory, with the new adapter, this should hook into this. Alright, so I should be able to screw this onto there, which it does fit. As you can see, it fits on there just fine. It's going to work like I intended to do with no issues. Which it's a opposite side thread. It worked a minute ago. See? Now, you got your connection. See? Okay? So that's how this is supposed to work. Now, let's go outside the RV of what I'm exactly trying to do. I'll have a flashlight and everything. And Miss B, make sure you carefully hit the pause button, not the stop button. Okay? The nail gets in the way, I know. Concentrate. And we're going to see it here in a second. And 3, 2, 1. Ha 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 ha! It's cold outside. And I got light. Alright. So, here we are. We're back. So, let's go on over here. We're going to go into our propane tank holder thing here. I'm going to make this quick so Honeybee will not freezer took us off. So, we're going to go inside here to our RV. We're going to take our Y joint, as you can see right here. Hopefully it's able to be seen. Yes? Okay. So, we're going to take this end. Something's missing. Okay. For a minute I thought I screwed up. Alright, so we're going to take our propane tank inside the RV. See this? And we're going to screw this bad boy into our tank. Need I remind you, no smoking. If you're watching this video, don't be smoking. You're going to blow us all up. Alright. I said that's snug enough. What do y'all think? Alright, it should work. Alright, so we have our Y piece on here. We'll pop our little caps off. Now, we're going to hook up the RV to the small tank. You getting this okay? Alright. And then we're going to come over here and see our bigger tank here. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to take this piece here. Which one do you think we should do, Honeybee? Pick which one. The one with the little plastic piece or the one without the plastic piece?
I have no idea.
I don't either. So it'd be just the same as the other one. So we got our 150-gallon tank, which is a little bit muddy today because the road was muddy. And I had to use our utility trailer to get it hauled because you cannot have over so many pounds of propane inside of a car because it's against the law. So we were doing the safe thing to do. I think it'd be easier. Well, it's more of a permanent setup inside, so I think we go this way. What do you think? I think we do that instead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, now there's an apparatus down in here in a hole. You won't be able to see it, but there's an actual hole down here into the trailer, and it's hard to see, but you can look down in there and figure it out on your own. There's a hole down in here. Some campers have that, some don't, and I know Miss B can't get it, but you got the gist, okay? It don't have to be anything too particular. It's just, it gives you a general idea of what we have going on. So I'm going to run my hose through the hole like so to the ground. And we'll take this back off real quick because I just realized it'd be easier for me to screw it on with that off than what it would be on the actual tank. So I'm gonna reach underneath here. Sorry I have to do this in the dark because we've been working on this thing a little bit today, and I figured opportunity persists to make a informative video for you guys, and you guys like a pretty decent video. I mean, this is something simple if you're full-time RVing and you're like, dude, I like this idea. So you're going to screw this bad boy into your tank. Come on, baby. Get in the hole. Sorry, I'm out a little bit of practice here. So I'm gonna see this little plastic piece on there and make it screw on a little easier for my fingers. Come on, baby. Get on there. Yay. Alright, so it's on there snugly. So we're gonna go back in here. And I'm gonna screw this back off. Because I just realized this don't twist, which sucks. It's not a loose fitting like some of these. So I'm gonna pop this back off. Alright, so I'm going to twist this onto there, like it was earlier. And if you hear that noise, that's my furnace running right now. And it sounds like we're getting close to running out of propane a little bit. And this tank alone, if you have it on a decent setting, it should run us approximately about 4 weeks is what we're suspecting. Alright, we're getting it on there. Just a little bit tricky. Alright, so we're twisted on. Alright, now let's get this back on our tank here. Alright, it's on there snug as a bug. Hook the RV up to this one. Alright. So I'm going to swing this back in there just a little bit. Get the hose out of the way of the door. Make sure everything is good and snug on everything. You don't want no leaks or anything. And if you want to, you can get like a bottle of dish soap or whatever and check all this. All right. I don't smell any gas. We're good. We'll go over here with our big tank. Cross your fingers. Drum roll. Now I hear it filling our propane tank. Gotta love you, Miss B. Every time we do a video, something's gotta go off on her, man.
Hey, it's not my fault your laundry's done.
So, it's actually filling this tank up is what it's doing. And over time, this will fill this, and it'll run all of this. That's what I'm hoping in theory. I smell no gas, which is a very good sign. No gas. You don't smell any gas, you're okay. We have no leaks. Now the furnace kicked off. I don't know why. Either that's just done running.
It's still running. It's just not doing the propane. Remember, it does that.
I will keep an eye on this a little bit. And it is hooked into the regulator as well, I believe. Let me double check here. Yes, because we have the regulator with this. And a lot of people's going to say, Busy Bee, you got to have a regulator. Here's my regulator, right here. Okay? That's on the RV.
Dude, just kicked
There it
off.
goes. It freaked out because it's switching the tank.
It does that.
It does
goes
that?
off and on, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. I'm not home enough to know that, okay? So, forgive me. But yeah, everything is hooked up. We're working. Tank's running. And that is it, man. I mean, it is that simple. Okay, so we got our hose right here, our 12-foot hose hooked into this. I'll run it through you again so you know what's going on, and then we'll be done with the video. You come over here, Miss B. You can see you got your Y piece, you got your gas, your big tank from your big tank. You got your hose going into the RV onto the Y. Then you got this hooking into your small tank. Okay, so it's going to all work into play. Hopefully, it will all work into play. So that is an informative video for you guys tonight. I'm gonna go over here where there's a little bit more light and kind of give you a little bit of eyesight of what we got. Maybe just a little bit of eye candy for you guys. Maybe with the light a little bit over here. That's the dark side of the RV. And this peak can kind of stand back a little bit, maybe right here, possibly. So, this is our home, as you can see. You know, I mean, yeah, it's a little messy right now. We're still settling in our new home. This is a open range fifth wheel. It is a very nice fifth wheel. It has a half bath, everything in it. So this is what we live in full time. We went from a 3,000 square foot home to an itty bitty trailer. So imagine how that is. So anything's possible if you want to put your mind to it. So I'm Busy Bee. Thank you all. Remember, you could do anything if you put your mind to it. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to make it as possible. And this is Possible Bee. God bless you all, and all things are possible. Peace. I'm on it later. God bless, and all things are possible. Later.